Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, Adam here, and you're about to listen to a financial hypnosis session that is linked to the idea of luck. And luck is one of those things that I think works more at the level of psychology than it does probability. And a lot of people will look at luck and they will say it's just statistical analysis. But here's the interesting thing. When humans think about certain things, it influences their emotion, and the emotion influences their behavior. So imagine two twins, and one feels or believes that they're very lucky, and the other believes that they're the unluckiest person. If they really believe that, they're going to start acting in accordance with those beliefs. The lucky twin starts taking lots of chances, and because they're going about it in an optimistic way, because they're doing more things, the law of probability means that they're going to eventually have more success because they either win or they learn. The person that feels that like they're unlucky probably starts developing a belief system of why even try? And then that creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. And that's how I think luck really works, is that if the belief that you're lucky changes whether or not you respond to an opportunity, whether you put yourself forward, whether you explore things, that has a big impact on actually changing reality. And the client that I was working with in this particular session had an interesting belief about luck. And that is that because they were lucky in certain areas of their life, then it meant that if they lost a client or they had a financial setback, then it meant that they were unlucky. And that was really interesting because in other areas like social life and learning new things, they just assumed that they were really lucky. And having that belief then led them to wonderful opportunities in those other things. They would never lose a friend and then put that down to luck, but they did have that belief on luck when it came to financial and client and income-based things. So what you're going to hear in this particular hypnosis session is mapping across the positive belief systems around luck in certain areas of their life and having the idea that actually good things will happen to them financially. And of course, this creates what's called the belief cycle or a self-fulfilling prophecy, because believing that good things financially are going to happen means that you're very subtly going to do certain things different. You'll notice things that before would have been missed that increase the probability of that financial success. So if you want to have more financial luck and you like the idea of good things financially coming your way, more abundance, I think this will be a good session. Some of the references might be very suitable to the client that I was working with and not quite so relevant to you. So if you like the idea of having a bespoke session with me, there will be a link in the show notes where you can schedule a free consultation call. But also there is a suitability test to even see if hypnosis is something that you would be suitable for and if hypnosis would be suitable for you. So if you like the idea and you've kind of wondered, would you make a good hypnotic candidate? Check out that link for that suitability test in the description. It takes about 2 minutes and you get to know very, very quickly if hypnosis would be a good fit for you. For now, though, find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in that feeling of relaxation, and then just exhale any tension. Eyelids feeling so relaxed that with your eyes closed, you can focus on the sound of my voice. Breathing in deeper, exhaling for longer. Each breath takes you deeper and deeper relaxed. And the slower you breathe, the more relaxed you feel. And the more relaxed you feel, the slower you breathe. One of those positive loops, a cycle of ever increasing relaxation, enabling you to go to that place where your imagination feels that it's possible to imagine new ways of thinking, new ways of being. And I wonder if you could imagine releasing the tension around your jaw, the neck and the shoulders, arms feeling limp and loose, so relaxed. That's it. As your body relaxes, your imagination awakens. And I wonder if you could imagine a mountain range. A mountain range under blue skies, bright blue skies. Warm sunshine, but not harsh heat. Kind of sunshine that makes you feel so relaxed. And I wonder if you could imagine a place where you can see the perfect views. Maybe a terrace, or a garden, or a restaurant that has views over the mountains. Only this time I want you to imagine the most comfortable chair that you've ever sat in is now there, looking out over the mountains. And use the power of your imagination to imagine sinking into that chair. Feeling so deep in your imagination and deep in relaxation, and enable yourself to drift. I'll count down from 5 to 1, and I want you to imagine what it would feel like to drift into a dreamlike sleep on that chair, looking out over the mountains. 5, eyelids getting heavier and heavier. 4, breathing even deeper now. And 3, arms and legs just feel like all tension is melting away. That's it. 2, imagine your lungs and your heart and your gut all relaxing simultaneously, and then just imagine a ripple of relaxation from your toes to the top of your head to the tips of your fingers, just taking you to that place within your imagination that feels hypnotic. That wonderful feeling of relaxation takes you deeper and deeper relaxed. And as your body rests deeper, your mind begins to explore what's always been there. And that is a belief about luck, a knowing, a conviction, a deep level of belief that luck isn't just random probability. It represents something more. And just beneath the surface of your awareness are memories. All the times you felt lucky before. And maybe that luck was in school and academic luck, where it almost seems like the rules change just to benefit you. Doors of opportunities open for you. What was difficult for others became easier for you. Or maybe it was chance encounters that became lifelong friends. Each memory gives you more and more evidence of just how lucky you are. I want you to search your body for that feeling where things just seem to go your way. And I wonder if you can connect with that sense, that sensation, that feeling now. And it wasn't effort that made the difference. It wasn't an intention that made the difference. It was you being aligned and open to good fortune, to good things coming your way. And maybe you were tuned in. Maybe you believed without trying to believe. And unconsciously, I want you to feel that the world responded. And that location of luck, imagine a shape in that part of your body where you feel that lucky feeling, and just make that shape bigger. Give it a color and make the color brighter. And if that shape moves, make it spin or move or pulsate even more. Almost like you are expanding your luck, amplifying your luck and good fortune. As you begin to feel something important, people that are lucky believe they're lucky, and that belief gives them even more good things. And some people feel they are unlucky because they feel that when things don't happen the way that they want, that they've lost, they've failed, or it's bad luck. But some things, the more you think of them, the more true they become. I want you to feel that luck is a pattern. The more you think about good luck, the luckier you become. But when it comes to losses, I want you to start thinking about losses not as bad luck, but as simple variables outside of your control. It doesn't need to be linked to a loss or bad luck. I want you to think of it as just random variables. That you amplify the good luck, but losses and bad luck became just information. You associate into the good fortune and disassociate from anything that doesn't go your way. Consider it like selective attention. You remember your wins, but develop amnesia for your losses. You remember your good fortune, but can't quite remember when things don't go your way. And in doing so, you increase the fortune by tuning into the frequency of good luck. And if luck is a pattern, patterns can transfer. And I wonder what would happen if the same pattern that brought you those academic opportunities, the same ease that shaped your social life, starts to vibrate and weave its way into your finances, into your income streams, your clients and your future wealth. And what if there's nothing you really need to do? You don't need to fight for it. You just receive it. You didn't need to fight for that academic good fortune. You didn't need to fight for those friendships. They just happened. Because luck, real luck, is not a win that causes a loss. It's a spiral, not a seesaw. The more you focus on your good luck, the more it expands, attracts, and amplifies. And I wonder what would happen if from this moment forward you start to map that old belief, the one that served you so well in friendships and learning, into your financial life. And what happens next may be fascinating. What if you feel that you are due good fortune, good luck? You have this deep feeling that things in the future will just go your way. What if you begin to feel that of course you will keep more of your clients because you're so lucky? Of course more income streams open up because you're receptive to them. Of course you're becoming financially freer because the whole universe is conspiring in your favor. What if you no longer think in terms of win or lose, but more in terms of seasons, in growth, in timing? A farmer doesn't see a bountiful harvest and then see winter as a loss. Winter is just a season required to prepare for the next spring. What if your losses aren't losses at all, but moments for reflection, opportunities to explore? This win-lose presupposes a game. But this is not a game where you're in control of all of the variables. So you open your mind and your future to wonderful good luck and good fortune. But anything that was in the past considered a loss or bad luck is now just a feedback loop, a test of your resolve, a challenge to enable you to become even more optimistic, diligent, and open to wonderful opportunities. So embrace the growth, the timing. Because what if a loss is just the space where good fortune is due to arrive. Consider it a new pattern that is growing stronger every day. I want you to imagine your future over the next few years with even more good fortune. Maybe you could imagine a home filled with more comfort and peace. I want you to imagine seeing the academic success of your children thriving on a pathway to successful opportunities and independence. I want you to see that the good fortune that you had academically is passing to the next generation. Maybe you could imagine a surprising new stream of income, something you weren't even aware of. Maybe it comes from a property or intellectual property, or a joint venture or an idea. Something unexpected. And because it's unexpected, you can increase your lifestyle without having to work harder. Consider it a wonderful financial surprise. And this is not tied to pressure or hustle, but just curiosity and alignment. There are so many people in the world that experience wonderful financial windfalls. I want you to imagine your future could be a windfall of something valuable, or a steady stream of income that enhances your freedom and quality of life. See a future where you're traveling more, enjoying those vacations, perhaps living in a new residence that represents your financial growth. And I want you to see that future version of you with the expression of luck and good fortune. That version of you deep down believes that they deserve all of this financial success. I want you to get a sense that sometimes when a door closes, a new door opens. Sometimes when something you wanted to happen that didn't, that disappointment plants a seed for something even more valuable to grow. I want you to imagine what it would feel like if every cell of your body starts to accept more financial luck, more alignment, more good fortune. Every part of your mind aligns with this. And don't be surprised if every now and then you notice evidence, sometimes small and sometimes large, that you are becoming luckier when it comes to money and wealth and finance. Maybe it's winning a client that you didn't think you would win. Maybe it's securing something that wasn't down to you, it just naturally landed on your lap. And because of that, you get more freedom, an enhanced lifestyle, a better quality of your life with more joy and opportunities. I want you to get a sense that you are feeling lighter, more in tune with the frequency of good fortune. So imagine drifting back to that comfy chair overlooking the mountains and start to feel that the days of win and lose is now evolving to celebrating when good things happen and considering it no big deal if things don't go your way, because you know a wonderful surprise or opportunity is just around the corner. So imagine leaving that comfy chair and imagine floating up into the sky over the mountains all the way back to where your physical body is right now, floating over oceans, floating over cities, floating all the way back as you take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes, connect and calibrate into the here and the now, as very soon I count from 1 to 10 to awaken you, and you will awaken with a new feeling of wonderful, good fortune, with a deep conviction that wonderful things are already heading into your future, starting to count to awaken you. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.